Hey everyone, welcome back to Wedded Bliss Journey, the channel where we explore how to build stronger, healthier, and more loving marriages. Today, we're diving into a topic that hits close to home for many couples: why marriages fail. For over 40 years, my colleagues and I at the Gottman Institute have been studying couples, and we've learned that lasting love isn't about finding the perfect person. It's about mastering the skills to navigate the inevitable challenges that arise in any relationship. This video isn't just about problems, it's about solutions. If you're married, engaged, or even just thinking about forever with someone, stay tuned. What we're about to share could change your relationship forever. Let's start with the most common culprit: poor communication. It's not just about fighting, it's about not feeling heard, not feeling understood. Over time, silence becomes the loudest sound in the room. You see, every interaction, every conversation, is an opportunity to connect with your partner on a deeper level. When we communicate effectively, we build trust, intimacy, and a sense of security in the relationship. But when communication breaks down, it can create distance, resentment, and a feeling of being alone, even when you're right next to each other. One of the most powerful tools I can offer you is the concept of bids for connection. Throughout the day, your partner is constantly, often subtly, reaching out for your attention, affection, or validation. These bids might be as simple as a smile, a comment about their day, or a request for help with a chore. Responding to these bids, even in small ways, shows your partner that you see them, you hear them, and you care. It strengthens the emotional bond between you and reinforces the foundation of your relationship. So how can you improve your communication? First, practice active listening. Put down your phone, make eye contact, and really focus on what your partner is saying. Second, use I statements instead of blame. Instead of saying "you always do this," try "I feel hurt when this happens." Remember, real love grows through real conversations. Next, emotional intimacy fades when we stop nurturing our connection. Life gets busy, stress takes over, and suddenly your partner feels like a roommate. You see, emotional connection is the lifeblood of a thriving relationship. It's about feeling seen, understood, and valued for who you truly are. When we first fall in love, it's often this deep emotional connection that draws us to our partner. However, as time goes on and the demands of daily life take over, it's easy to let this emotional intimacy slip away. We get caught up in work, kids, and other obligations, and we forget to make time for the very thing that brought us together in the first place. This is where many couples start to drift apart. They may still share a home, a bed, and even a family, but the emotional spark that once ignited their relationship has dwindled. So how do we prevent this from happening? How do we keep the flame of emotional intimacy alive in our relationships, even amidst the chaos of everyday life? It starts with making a conscious effort to prioritize your emotional connection. Just like we schedule time for work, errands, and social events, we need to schedule time for each other. This doesn't have to be anything elaborate or time-consuming. Even small, daily moments of connection can make a world of difference. Start by creating daily emotional touchpoints. Even 10 minutes a day makes a difference. Share feelings, be vulnerable, be real. Go on date nights, yes, even if it's just a walk together. Money. It's one of the biggest stressors in marriage. Why? Because it's not just about dollars and cents, it's about our values, our dreams, and our sense of security. And when those are out of alignment with our partners, it can lead to conflict and resentment. The problem isn't necessarily the amount of money you have, but how you communicate about it. Couples who avoid talking about finances, who hide spending from each other, or who have vastly different approaches to money management are setting themselves up for trouble. But here's the good news. Financial harmony in your relationship is achievable. It starts with open, honest communication about your financial habits, goals, and anxieties. Share your financial histories with each other, including any debts, spending habits, or past financial traumas. This transparency builds trust and understanding. With a little effort and a lot of communication, you can create a financially secure and emotionally fulfilling relationship. We often enter marriage with fairy tale expectations. We envision a life of endless romance, unwavering support, and a partner who magically fulfills our every need. While these aspirations are beautiful, they can also set us up for disappointment if we're not careful. The truth is, no one person can be everything to us. Your spouse, as wonderful as they are, is human. They will make mistakes, they will have bad days, and they will not always meet your needs perfectly, and that's okay. Expecting your partner to fulfill every need is not only unrealistic, but it puts an enormous amount of pressure on them and the relationship. Instead of focusing on what your partner isn't doing, shift your attention to what they are doing. Appreciate their efforts, express gratitude for their love and support, and focus on building each other up, rather than keeping score. Celebrate each other's differences. Let me be clear, conflict is a normal, even healthy part of any relationship. It's how we handle disagreements that determines the health and longevity of our partnerships. Couples who try to avoid conflict at all costs often find themselves trapped in a cycle of resentment and passive aggression. On the other hand, couples who engage in destructive conflict patterns, such as yelling, name-calling, or stonewalling, can inflict serious damage on their relationship. The key to navigating conflict effectively is to learn how to fight fair. This means approaching disagreements with a spirit of mutual respect, empathy, and a willingness to understand your partner's perspective, even if you don't agree with it. One of the most important skills in fair fighting is learning to regulate your own emotions. When we're flooded with anger, hurt, or frustration, it's difficult to think clearly or respond to our partners in a loving and constructive way. If you feel yourself getting overwhelmed during a disagreement, take a break from the conversation and give yourself time to cool down. Learn to fight fair. Physical intimacy is an essential part of a romantic relationship. It's a powerful way to connect with our partners on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level. However, it's also an area where many couples struggle, particularly as they navigate the ups and downs of life's journey. When physical intimacy fades, it can feel like the love is fading too. But often, it's just unspoken stress, a lack of emotional safety, or simply the busyness of life taking its toll. The good news is that it's never too late to reignite the spark. Start by talking openly and honestly with your partner about your needs and desires. Don't let routine kill romance. Surprise each other again. Couples who grow apart usually stopped growing together. They stopped dreaming together, planning together, and working towards common goals. Life becomes a series of individual pursuits rather than a shared adventure. One of the most powerful ways to stay connected and prevent this drift is to create a shared vision for your future. What are your hopes, dreams, and aspirations as a couple? Where do you see yourselves in 5, 10, or 20 years? Talking about your future, even if it's just for a few minutes each week, can help you stay aligned and motivated to create a life you both love. It's a reminder that you're in this together, and that your relationship is a priority. Set relationship goals yearly. Talk about your future, even 5 years from now. Trust is the foundation of any strong and healthy relationship. It's the bedrock upon which we build intimacy, security, and emotional connection. When trust is broken, whether it's through infidelity, dishonesty, or a breach of confidence, it can be incredibly painful and challenging to repair. Infidelity in particular can be devastating to a relationship. It shatters the foundation of trust and can leave both partners feeling betrayed, heartbroken, and unsure of how to move forward. If you're facing the aftermath of infidelity, it's important to remember that healing is possible, but it takes time, commitment, and a willingness to do the hard work of rebuilding trust. Both partners need to be willing to communicate openly and honestly about their feelings, even if it's painful or uncomfortable. Be patient with yourselves and with each other. A strong and fulfilling marriage requires two whole, complete individuals who are committed to their own personal growth and development. When we stop growing as individuals, we risk stagnating as a couple, leading to boredom, resentment, and a feeling of being stuck. Think of it this way. A relationship is like a garden. For it to thrive, it needs constant care, attention, and nourishment. If we neglect our own personal growth, it's like forgetting to water the garden. Eventually it will wither and die. So how do we ensure that we're continuing to grow as individuals within the context of a committed relationship? It starts with making self-care a priority. Remember, a better you makes a better us. So, why do marriages fail? Because we stop doing the small things that matter. We forget to nurture the connection, communicate our needs, and prioritize the relationship. But here's the good news. It's never too late to start again. Love is a verb, not just a feeling. It's a choice we make every day to show up for our partners, to communicate effectively, and to nurture the bond that brought us together in the first place. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs it. And don't forget to subscribe to Wedded Bliss Journey, where love isn't just a feeling, it's a practice.